Tell me if anything's wrong, okay? Okay,
Okay.
first we'll finish these two that we didn't technically get to, and then we'll go back to Rin's thing, and then we'll go back to everything backwards. Right?
Mm.
Yeah, we'll go back.
And Ren's route will take probably weeks.
Oh gosh. Well, back to Emmy. I keep worrying about you regardless, and I'm not saying anything yesterday, but makes me feel guilty about today. I should have at least asked. Hello. Hi, Joji Georgie.
Hello, viewer.
Oh, it's Pixel. Hey, Pixel. It's been a long time. We should have reacted the same way last night. Yeah, it's been, yeah. I don't know what that means. But hi, Sonic Flash 4, 3, 2, 1. Could, I guess I'll never know now. I'm still trying to sort out what happened on the track. As we arrive in front of the nurse's office, Amy raises her hand to knock, hesitant to look, turns to me, smiling guiltily.
Hey, can you do me a favor?
Of course.
Can you tell the nurse that I'll see him later?
Oh, thank you.
I just remembered that I've got some stuff to take care of before class. So I really need to get moving.
I peer at her closely as she visits under my stare. Yeah, she's clearly just avoiding the nurse. That leg of hers. Well, whatever. I said I'd help, so I will. Skip mode? Yes, it is. Is this gonna lead me all the way to the end? Probably gonna lead me all the way to the end.
It'll go to the next choice.
Yeah. But the next choice will probably not matter. Or maybe it will, unless it's slightly different. Glow up. Yeah, I used to play a lot of Overwatch, but then my computer couldn't handle it, and then my computer could barely run Overwatch on like
Shit.
the most lowest of settings ever. And I should probably do that.
Mm-hmm.
And
I got some Wawa and some noodles.
let's see. I don't. Oh,
That's nice.
let's
I should
censor
get
that again.
water. But no.
The
Yeah,
like
censor this one. Censor this one.
It's definitely censored. I think it doesn't matter anymore. I think I could just go back. Maybe, but it's really laggy. Is it? Is it? Hey, can you check the stream and tell me if it's laggy?
Okay. You're gonna make me stop listening to my music? You kidding me?
No, you could watch the music, see the music, hear the music, do the music.
Taste. What do you mean do the music?
Ba-da-ba-bow!
It's not laggy.
Fuck the music.
I think it's his internet.
They said kinda. It might be my internet. What are you talking about? Yep, these don't matter. Okay. Load. This is the thing we
My
just went to.
sucks, but...
And delete save. Load. Increase. Yes, delete card to this. I should have. Should have offered to run with her. And we could have talked at least an idea of knowing at least she was okay. What if she got stuck by lightning or something? I'd never forgive myself. Also, Jungle's here and they said roll call. They want to know who they are, who you are.
What?
Introduce yourself.
But He knows who I am.
No. Pixel. She's one of my first viewers, and haven't been here for like the longest of times.
Oh,
Yes.
hello. I'm Angela, aka Hanako Sato, because that's my name on YouTube now.
Mm.
I am a sucky voice actor with a $400 mic. I'm
Okay,
trying
that's
to be a voice actor. And I stream with Alan, and I voice act for the girls who don't require much energy, and characters in Tokyo Babble and Psychopaths, and probably things in the future.
They said, Angela, I like your name.
Thank you. I'll really answer to anything. Like, I'll answer to Mercy, I'll answer to Angela, I'll answer to Dr. Ziegler, I'll answer to Cadet Oxton, I'll answer to Queen Isudo and Hanako Sato, and probably my olden days of wanting to be called Nessa Rose will come back, and I'll answer to that.
You say Miss Rose?
Nessa Rose. You Wicked fans. You know who that is.
Ah.
Yeah. So I'm just a really boring person with really boring voice, but I can change it and make it not boring. So
We have another viewer.
yay.
Oh my. Xvaxen. And he also said her real name is Cuter. Who is that you, Jungle?
Yeah, is that you, AJ?
Is it me or
Because like 3 people know my real name.
they say it's me or Angela would be able to voice act Oka in Yandere Simulator perfectly. Oh my god, what is wrong with me?
I probably could voice Ogre.
You know who that is?
Yeah. I could probably voice her and Kokona.
Oh, Coconut.
Kokona.
Yeah, but everyone calls her Coconut.
Coconut.
Okay, that's probably a little stupid. Emmy's a remorseful girl. I doubt she'd ever stay out in a thunderstorm. I trust her judgment on the matter, at least. Even so, I can't help wanting to know where she is. Well, nothing for it. I better stretch and run. Hope Annie shows up with a grin and an excuse. They said, welcome to the cult club. Would you like to participate in the after-school activity? Oh, that's who, Oka is? You know your stuff.
I've been looking into Yandere Simulator because I want to get another thing to do.
So you want to play a Yandere Simulator?
Maybe.
Because I've tried playing it. I think Pixel saw me playing it. And, this was back in the olden days. Well, kind of. We just couldn't figure out how to play it correctly. You might have
Just
more
don't
experience.
Get caught killing people.
Yeah, I get, because like with the new mechanics, I'm like really bad with it. I played it when it first came out, and then that was like good. Oh, there's a Wise stream. Okay.
I'm just gonna say I'm glad I didn't have to introduce myself.
Introduce yourself, Allie.
Introduce yourself.
I shouldn't have said anything. Hi, my name is Allie. I'm an awkward potato. I am also a sucky voice actor. Spanish the best. And I don't do much. I have a YouTube channel named Allie Pop, but there's nothing on it yet.
I think
I have a failed Monica After Story stream, and you get to hear me struggling to stream, and that's it.
you hear me too. What are you talking about?
And I have some playlists, so boring videos of other people's that no one really cared about except for me.
Okay. Now remove this.
But if you go Hanako Sato, there's another Hanako Sato. You should follow that one and then comment on all of their videos that I'm the better Hanako Sato. You heard nothing.
As I enjoy Ellie, she sounds very sassy. She could be Kokona. Kokoni.
Wait, what? And here. Too busy looking at my phone.
I'm interested in the art club. I guess I'm a little interested in the art club. I blur it out, partially inadvertently. God damn it. Should I just do
yeah, Jungle's not here.
Should I just do a Reinhardt voice?
He's in it a lot.
Hmm?
You're gonna end up failing at that.
What do you mean? I could
He's in it like the whole time.
I could do it.
You didn't even manage to get through Astaroth as a Reinhardt.
That's because I didn't think his voice was appropriate and I hated it.
But it was Melanie's legacy.
What do you mean Melanie's legacy?
She wanted you to do that.
Yes. And then I failed her. Like I do.
Well, we gotta have that in common, don't we? We
Mm.
all fail her.
I'm the only one that fails at life.
No, you
Well, do you want me to do what he did? Because he did,
Sure.
what do you mean? Like, it was like really weird.
He heard sex offender and he was like, ooh.
Because he was like, in his, he put his mic in his mouth. It was like,
Well, I mean, he has the quietest mic. So, like, he has to legitimately, like, do this to be heard. It's like, hey, it's me!
I put saliva all over my mic.
Ew.
I legit put it in.
Put my pop filter back over my mic and it's gonna take me like an hour. There we go, okay.
Okay. I'm just gonna do it. What do you mean? Nope. That's not what I
That's Rick.
That's not what I want.
That is Rick.
That's not what I want. Nope. Okay. Give me an idea.
That's something stupid, but I'm not gonna say it because it's too stupid.
Say it. Say it.
No.
Say it. Say it.
No, because it will ruin my boy. Not gonna do it.
Who's your boy?
Jungle doesn't want to be social. Jungle apologizes.
My boy is Lucio.
Oh my gosh. No.
Rest.
And
That's what I said! See? Shut up!
also, look at what's his face wrote to you.
So hard not to choke the chicken to Angela right now. What? What does that mean?
Probably jacking off.
Yes, that's what it means.
Why?
I know, right?
I am a lesbian. Go
And
away.
People should be respected and not be told stuff like that.
I'm just gonna get us copyrighted by
By who?
Hamilton because I wanted to
Alright.
sing Burn so badly.
What do you mean? What do you mean? No, that's just Kenji.
Yeah, that's Kenji.
What do you mean? I'm just going with that. Nothing specific. I wonder if I could. That is not Hanzo. Hanzo would be like,
I know.
I need healing. Angela.
Angela, I need healing.
Isn't that Genji?
Yeah.
Angela, I need healing.
It's
Okay,
it's
you went
girl
demonic
Kenji
there.
because I don't have a low enough voice. I'm a freaking tenor, but I don't have a low enough voice.
I think I could come. I wonder if I could come up with some time. even if I just observe or something. I've been thinking that I should join some club or something, so there's no way to premeditate move, but a vague sense of determination has really been building inside me for the past week. I want to do something, I want to belong to somewhere. I might as well be the art club by my shortcomings notwithstanding. The teacher seems pleased.
Oh, you want to join? Well, let me welcome new people, of course. Club meetings are normal enough. We study various aspects of fine arts and try our hands at them as well. Or feet.
He gives an embarrassed cough to Rin. Doesn't seem to mind. I take a small amount of comfort in the fact that I'm not the only one with vocabulary difficulties in the school. Nomiya rebounds with a flux pass, but I theatrically check in on time and his huge gleaming pocket watch and slaps the forehead even more.
Faux pas.
Faux pas. Yes. You are the font expert.
It is not Fox Pass, I swear.
I know, but I am white. I am American. Americans don't know nothing. Faux pas. Is that what you say?
Yes.
Okay.
you say.
I really must take my leave now, but if you have questions, I take Tetsuya can clarify.
Somehow, mentioning clarify and Rin in the same sentence doesn't really feel right. However, I don't say as much as to the teacher since he seems to be in a hurry.
Tetsuya, I'm pleased to see the little project is going well. And just stepped by to remind you not to run off by yourself tomorrow. I've invited certain people to the festival for you, and I'm sure I'd like to meet you as well. I hope to see you Monday then, Nakai.
The teacher leaves and left by herself again. Rin's still painting as if nothing noticeable happened, since nothing in fact did. I am left wondering what on earth is wrong with me. Art and I haven't worked well though together in the past, as at least judging from the grades I used to have in middle school. Maybe a club is different from obligatory class. Who knows? I'll try to come up with something meaningful to ask about it, but to no avail. I'll just go to the club meetings and see how it goes. So, you invited some people tomorrow just to check out your painting?
He has a lot of art people friends. They like to talk about art. Gonna put myself on push talk? Okay. I think he wants me to talk about art with them.
Somehow, I get the feeling that you aren't too thrilled about it. Rin shrugs non-committally, but it still makes an impression on her general displeasure of the idea of making to discuss her painting, or any painting, with other people.
I don't really like talking about art. It is already a way to talk without talking, so why bother talking about it?
I can understand that.
It's like being bored and talking about being bored because you are bored.
Oh my gosh, it's true. Don't... I'm not gonna continue that.
But we don't like Rin. We don't like her.
Okay. In quotation marks, I say.
I guess we're gonna get her cinematic because we haven't gotten her out yet. I hate her cinematic too.
Why?
All the others are fine. I just don't like her.
I say, I'm not following you.
Have you ever talked about being bored? It's pointless and not very exciting. All you can really say about it is, I'm so bored. Once I spent a week trying to think of something meaningful to say about boredness. It was the most boring week I've ever had.
Well, that's pretty fitting, don't you think? Rin gives a look of a laconic kind that looks like it doesn't mean anything, but it does. Anyway, I don't know, I guess. I just really can come up with anything to say about art. I mean, like this one you're doing now, I have no idea what to think about it except it just looks nice. What's the painting about?
It's not about anything at all. That's what I'd like it, or like to say. So I did. But that was a small lie. I said it anyway because I would kind of like it to be true.
Hmm.
Teacher wanted me to do this, but I didn't have any ideas. I tried to have some, but nothing happened. So now this painting is without any ideas.
But what are you painting then?
No idea. Come to think of it, I think I'll call this no idea. Ah, now I started thinking again. This is bad.
She shakes her head vigorously for a while, trying to shake thinking out of her head. That amber red hair flies around wildly around.
This is why I had Emmy help me. She makes it easier to not think about anything. You know how she just talks and talks about nothing for hours, and it's like her head is made of bubblegum from bath jelly. You are the same, but not really. It's very helpful if you stay here.
I'm not really sure if it's a compliment or not. It's probably neither, with Rin being the overly neutral person she is. So, is there anything specific you'd like to do to make you not think?
Just be.
So without knowing I should do, I just sit on the empty box and watch her continuing her painting, idly leafing the page of the beer-drinking book. Rin severe expression on her face, her dark green eyes hiding what she might be thinking behind them. No wait, she's supposedly not thinking anything, right? She quietly hums it to a tune, interfering with now and then with a polite request for more paint and another kind of brush. Her concentration is admirable, even though she seems to be sleep-deprived and under pressure to finish the job. Inch by inch, the painting gains more form, details being added on the top details, coloring intertwines to each other, filling the empty spaces growing on top of each other. I find myself thinking about inspiration and motivation to create art again. Where does one get ideas? Then don't come out with nowhere, and I don't think where it all muses. Let's magically insert some inspiration into your head. Ideas have origins and a purpose, and the more I think about it, the more I'm convinced that Rin's lying about her mural, or at least twisting the truth. Maybe she doesn't even realize it herself. You can't do anything creative without having an idea that you're going to create. That would go against the definition. Every stroke must be decided to be drawn, even if it's made at random. Then that too is a concussive decision. So her painting, even this one, must have been based on having some deliberate goal or idea of what to paint. If her idea is to have no idea, as she does that count as having an idea? An ideological paradox? That seems to be Rin's modius op. And you know how to read that? The Rin's modus operandi? No?
Yeah, that's close enough.
What does it actually say?
You're close enough.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, sure. For most normal interactions, so I wouldn't be surprised if she hadn't even noticed this herself. I wonder if I should bring it up, but I'm not sure if I want to engage in the arguments about of logic with this girl. Hey, you want to plug your Discord on the chat? Yep.
Mine?
Yeah, of course.
Sure. You're gonna have to do it though because I'm not on Twitch.
It's not on Twitch, it's on YouTube.
Oh, okay. I'll put it on YouTube then.
I wonder if I should bring it up, but I'm not sure if I want to engage in an argument about logic with this girl. One of us would probably end up short-circuiting fairly quickly, so I discarded the thought. Ren is squirming and shuffling restlessly, even if her usual blank visage breaks occasionally into pretty difficult-looking expressions, the kind that one doesn't just come up with accidentally. Everything alright?
Yes, no. My back started hurting again. This painting is too big after all. It's hard to paint in this position.
Want to take a break?
After I finish this part.
Of course, she doesn't take a break, and I don't bring it up again, because that would be completely and utterly pointless. Ren continues her work, and I stay with her. I'd like to watch her paint, but I'm going to be a member of the same club she's in now. When she declares the mural to be finished, it's already so dark that I have no idea how she can tell. There's no celebration, no general sense of the job well done, but a tired and laconic "I'm done," and then we both go to sleep. The next day I wake up feeling a little lightheaded. It's almost noon already. Sleeping late is fine since it's Saturday and there's no classes. Not just Sunday, though, but the festival as well. From my window I could already see some people in the soba booth sliding noodles into plates from people with craving for low quality food. I throw back a handful of my morning meds and ponder out how to spend the day. This will be a few exams of my coming week, but I don't consider those to be ominous as others, so I'm not as worried about them as I probably should be. With no urgent obligations regarding an education, I should be free to spend the day at the festival as I like. Yeah, who is Vaxen?
Because I just have this sinking feeling, but I'm ignoring it.
What is it?
I better have been joking, because to be honest, like, Adrian knows my name, you know my name, and one other person knows my name, and that's it.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he thinks Angela is your real name. Because we said Angela. You know?
Okay. Hopefully.
Finishing my my morning routine, I exit the hallway, intend to go out and find something to eat. Passing by his door, I decide to see Kenji's up to today out of impulse. This curiosity he has his plans since everyone is doing something. Then again, I could picture him having built a soundproof shelter in his room. I could skip this? Yes, I can. And I will. Well, I just joined the art club, so I guess I'll go with them.
You did what?
I joined the art club.
Man, that was a bad move. Really bad. You don't know what kind of girls there are in the art club. Troubled, angsty cuties who tear their heart out to eat it raw.
Well, I know one art club member, and I don't really see Rin suddenly become a psychopathic murderer. Sure.
I see her becoming a psychopathic murderer.
I know, right?
I will destroy the world.
What's,
You will all bow at my feet.
what's the line?
World domination.
World domination.
World domination!
There we go. That seems unlikely.
Don't say that. Don't fool yourself. You have no idea what you're dealing with here, man. They are the worst kind. They drag you in with all their fancy shit, and then when you least expect it, BAM!
Damn what? Kenji seems slightly fazed by my skepticism, but not any less loony.
It doesn't matter. Thread carefully, man. Thread carefully.
His fingers his scarf nervously, faster and faster, like he's trying to start a fire, then slowly begins to calm down once the panic starts. The tech finishes running its course.
I'm gonna have to find some place to hide in, a safe haven, and then knock the lights off myself so I don't have to experience this horrible day. I have a perfect thing for that. I must prepare now.
Don't go to the festival. Okay.
Later, dude.
The door slowly closes to a slow creak, and I don't know how to feel about what Kenji just said. The happy hubbub in the crowd greets me as I push myself through the main door and the outside step. The school grounds are transformed into the festival grounds over yesterday and this morning, colorful strands of the main hallways from the main entrance to the school building. Some people are carrying stuff to and fro, and behind most counters are relaxed students who look like they're good to go. Most of the other students have been early to finish the preparations. I feel guilt passing through me, but it soon goes away. I'm just a lowly transfer student after all. Some visitors are already strolling around the grounds. There are some families and perplexed parents trying to keep up with the over-enthusiastic offspring. A few students of their own accompanied by their parents. Can I skip any of this? Nope. And a lot of old and young people who are here for no reason, I can imagine. The Cartillion bursts into life, and the principal's squeaky voice announces an opening of the festival over the PA system. Everyone applauses politely, if a bit unenthusiastically. A school festival. We didn't really have festivals in my old high school. It feels kind of old-fashioned, especially considering the school I came from. It's still somewhat exciting. A day off feels sweet after a first week of hardware, despite me lying on the hospital bed for 4 months prior to this. I recall me even wishing I could go to math lessons during the stint of the hospital. Can't remember the program for the festival, even though Mitchell went it during class just the other day. I stepped off the dorm steps, intent to take the tour around the grounds to see all the stuff and others have set up, but I only make it down the bottom of the stairs. A few people are studying Rin's mural on the wall, while the artist herself is lounging on the sidelines, leaning against the wall and looking extremely bored and mildly under the weather. Good morning.
Hello.
How's it going?
Nowhere. I'm stuck.
What do you mean, stuck?
I mean, I can't walk stuck. I think my legs are out of order because of yesterday.
Does it hurt?
It's hard to say. Maybe.
The strain of working on the mural was greater than she'd let me know. I thought it was just a bit tired muscles or something. I meant to ask something further, but Rin swiftly moves to another topic.
Teacher's friends came by. They headed into town for lunch, and they asked me to go. It was a good thing my legs hurt so much.
But you're stuck there. That's no good.
I'll just wait till I can walk again. It should be either sooner or later, if you think about it for a while. Teacher was happy that I finished the mural,
He should be.
but I wonder if it's finished after all.
Yeah, I feel like it was more complete last time. No?
Mm-hmm.
Oh?
Mm-hmm. I thought yesterday that I had done everything, but now I'm not sure anymore. I should paint more details. Maybe. Probably. It was a very hard decision.
Finished or not, the mural looks great in broad daylight. Various human body parts repeated over and over, wildly mutating, mostly disfigured variety of main elements. They are rough looking, as if thoughtless placed in rudimentary painting, but a great deal of thoughtfulness and care has gone to each and every one of them. Does this one have a frog growing out of its head? I think that's a fish, but okay.
It's a goldfish.
What's that?
It's nothing.
Or when I say that's Emmy and that's Red. Anyway, the wall's so wide I have to turn my neck from side to side to see the entire painting. It's hard to consider it as a single piece. The elements don't seem to fit together, but I guess they do create some kind of whole. Abstract as it is, I have no idea what it's supposed to be portraying, but it looks nice. That's enough for me. I settle myself next to Rin, leaning against the wall like she does. The happy noises of the festival are coming louder and more folks enter the grounds. The dome's far from the main visitors, and the main building stands around the courtyard, so most visitors have not found their way here yet. And a somewhat bored expression settles on Rin's face, making her look detached from everything. What's going around her? She's being awfully quiet. I wonder if she's in pain. So, what did the art people say about your mural? My question makes Rin and her daydreaming. She lazily turns her face towards me.
I'm not sure. I think they liked it. Maybe they did.
What about you? Are you happy with the mural? 'Cause I kind of appreciated it. It'd be terrible if you were unhappy. Rin tilts her head, biting her own lip.
I think it came out decently. It's not bad, but it's not good either. It's just is. I guess I'm alright at being empty-minded.
Aww. Can I ask something else? What does the painting really portray? I thought about it yesterday when you said it doesn't really portray anything, but it's a logical fallacy, isn't it? You can't really make something out of nothing, not even art. Rin frowns and turns her head back towards the clouds.
I don't know. I'm not really good at explaining things. It's just a mural. There's nothing special to it. I said that already.
She sounds annoyed at my inquiries.
I didn't know what I'd paint, so I decided to just paint a mural. It's a mural that portrays a mural.
Oh. You know what? I feel like it's a mural portraying everyone that sees the mural. Does that make sense?
It's the most meta mural in existence.
Because like you see Rin, you see Emmy, you see people with missing parts. I'm sorry.
No, wait. I just thought of a better way to say it. It portrays itself. So its muralness is at the maximum. At least as far as I can do. So if you just think it has some meaning, I think that's the same as this one has.
Oh. That makes no sense. You mean it makes perfect sense?
I know, but I don't make sense. That's why Angela hates me.
Why? It makes perfect sense in my mind. I guess that's why I'm Rin. Because Rin makes sense to me. Lots of things don't make sense to me, and then things that don't make sense make sense. Meaning, I feel the corners of my mouth turning upwards into a smile that's just a tiny bit bothered. Oh, they shut the whole painting.
It's something.
How do I never understood the art of deepest meaning in the word. I get the basics how art is supposed to be the only meaning of exchanging ideas and thoughts. However, I never learned how I should interpret the piece of art, to somehow divine what the artist intends to say through it. I know it's not any specific skill, but somehow my brain never can connect art with anything else and what I see. All I see is a mural. I can admire the technical skills after all, even if I know the difference between bad arts and mediocre art, art and good art. And that's as far as I could go, so I don't ask about meanings, Rin. Her reply sure makes me reluctant to ask her about it any further either. So, what are you doing when you get when you get on your feet?
Nothing.
Nothing? But there's a festival. Don't you want to go have some fun?
I'm fine like this.
Don't like socializing do you? I think I'm arguing far more than for her. For myself at this point, it's not that I'm particularly thrilled about the festival either, but a little curious to see what it's like and what's about. Her answer is unsurprising.
No, I don't.
I guess me neither in the end.
You should go if you want to.
Oh my gosh, it's you!
Hmm.
I know, but I can't keep your company. I'm not used to it and all just yet, so it's okay to take it easy. I can leave though if you want to be alone.
I like it if you're here.
We circle each other with words, but eventually end up somewhere. She's saying and makes me feel oddly happy, so I stay. Her presence is something I like too. Its oddly warm aura, sincere and makes it feel comfortable to be silent. I really like that. We watch people walk by, the two of us silence, everyone else chatting happily among themselves. Students are leading their families to their dorms to show the rooms. They pass us and the mural, maybe glance at it once or twice. I pay less attention to them and more to my occupation. Companion, goddamn. And trying to figure out my past, her cryptic, unreadable wall of her face. Rin's eyes flicker relentlessly from the one person to another as she walks by. She is waiting for a person to stop at the mural. Maybe she's secretly hoping someone would comment on it. I don't think anyone would assume she was the artist. There's just sitting there here like it's a pair of hobos after all, and she doesn't seem to have hands. I wonder if it's even Rin's style to fish for compliments. She seems so aloof. More people walk by, some of them pointing their fingers to the mural, exchanging words, but I can't make out. Some of them drop a snow bone on their shoes. Too bad for him. Everyone seems to like it, I suggested tentatively, throwing a top of a stale summer air separating us. Rin doesn't answer right away, but by now I am mostly used to her occasionally slowness when she must talk. It's like she takes great care picking her words, which is really unbelievable when you consider the mumble that comes out of her mouth.
I wanted to make it so that you can just look at it without thinking. Then I realized that doesn't make any sense, so it became something like a mix of this and that. From far away, it looks like someone vomited a herd of butterflies on the wall, which is exactly what an obnoxious president person didn't want. Is that word better?
You didn't finish, did you?
No, I didn't.
What word?
That. What is the word for more than one butterfly?
Butterflies?
No, like a herd or a school or a heap.
Oh, I don't know. A flock baby?
Maybe people like butterfly vomit.
Rin looks at the mirror, looking surprisingly unhappy.
The middle could be better. Usually, like in-betweens. Or usually I like in-betweens, but this was a pain in the butt. Not literally, of course. Then again, I did get that too. I guess it was literally after all.
Don't be so critical about yourself. She looks at me funnily, but shuts up. At this point, I started thinking if I should really leave and do something more constructive with my Sunday. This is the pinnacle of school failure. The whole free day, a summer festival outside of my doorstep, and what do? Sit here with Rin, two bystanders with nothing to do except think about what a pity it is to be a bystander. Even realizing how pitiful it is, I don't do anything. I don't stand up, I don't take off a day of fun. Shuffle, shuffle. Dot, dot, dot. Fidget. Shuffle. Dot, dot, dot. Rin is shuffling about restlessly, continually swinging her leg over and under the knee and then back again. She has a very irritated look on her face. Is something wrong?
Yes, no, yes.
Bathroom? She suddenly hops on her feet. It's surprising. I thought she was still rendered immobile, but apparently that's not the case.
I have to go find Emmy or someone. I need help with something.
Bathroom. I can help you. No.
No, it's okay. One of us has to stay here in case something happens.
Don't be ridiculous. Nothing even remotely interesting has happened since I came here, except that one guy who dropped their snow cone on his foot. Let me help you since I'm bored. Wink. So what is it? Rin's lips flatten tightly against each other into the almost perfect horizontal line. She closes her eyes and draws a deep breath. Then she opens her eyelids, and finally stern look into her dark eyes takes me aback.
Hisao, you might not want to hear this, or maybe you do. I don't know, but it doesn't matter, and even if you did, you're not leaving me any choice.
Oh my gosh, it's you.
Oh, damn. I'm having my period and I need some help regarding that. However, I don't feel that our relationship is yet on the level where I could allow you to pull my underwear down in the girls' toilet, even if you'd offered to. Oh, damn. That's why you should stay here a while. While I go look for Emmy. Can we please have that scene?
What? Emmy and...
Ren in the bathroom with Emmy scene?
As blood rushes to my cheeks like a rising tide of my brain tried desperately search for an answer, but the only thing I can think of is how that is the most coherent thing I have heard coming out of Rin's mouth during the 4 days I've known her. Yes.
I'm surprised she wasn't like, Hisao, do you really want to change my tampon?
And then Hisao goes,
your real goal in life is to just change my tampon?
And then he says, yes. Cough, cough.
Stop it.
Not wanting to meet Rin's eyes, I turn my face aside, pretending I'm looking at someone's parents. From the corner of my eye, I see Rin turning to her heel and walking off without further ado. I feel like going to hide under some rock. I wonder how long Rin is going to be gone, or if she'll return at all. She does return eventually, appearing to seemingly out of nowhere and sit back to where she was sitting next to my place.
I'm back.
She says it flatly. My blunts never happened. I prefer to forget the whole matter as well, so I kept quiet. I mean, I don't. Time passes and stands still. The sun gleams from high above the main building. It hits me directly in the eyes, but I squint instead of moving. In a bit of a more painful to keep my eyes open a little, and my where am I? and my eyes open just a little, and my temples start aching. My head hurts. I think the day gave me a headache. Can you believe it?
Are you hungry?
I know the day also gives me a headache.
I am.
How are
I
you?
went to the doctors. They're like, "Are you having any headaches?" And I'm like, "Every day."
Oh my. Why? Because you go to the barn?
No, I just have stress migraines.
Oh, I thought you said you don't get stressed.
I don't, but that's what they call them. They're from anxiety.
There's like so much contradictory statements in your.
Feel the contradictory. I have social anxiety, but normally I just don't have stress.
Mm-hmm. How's it related to a headache?
It's not. I ask because I am. I think, therefore I am.
Her obvious sternness melts my irritation, and it's ridiculousness, and I find the corners of my mouth turning up slightly upwards again. You know what? So am I. I'll go find food for us. What do you want? My treat.
Doesn't matter.
Returning with food, I give one portion to Rin, taking the other for myself, and we dig in without a word. Rin looks upwards, fork hanging out of the corner of her mouth.
What are clouds? I always thought that they were thoughts of the sky or something like that, because you can't touch them. They're water vapor, Rin.
You thought like that when you were a kid?
No, last week. They're water vapor, Rin. Maybe because sometimes my thoughts feel like clouds, fluffy and white and slow. Like the sky was my mind, like my mind was the sky.
The sky of your mind?
Close. Close your eyes, and I need to blow this up. Close your eyes and think of the sky. You won't be able to think of anything else until you stop. Red? Ugh.
I try it. It works. Magic? Opening my eyes, I see Rin studying me with my eyes. I feel uncomfortable because she doesn't say anything. I turn away. Clouds are water, evaporated water. You know what to say that almost all of water in the world will be some points of its existence be part of a cloud. Every drop of tears and blood and sweats that comes out of you, it'll be a cloud. All that water inside your body too. It goes up. There's some time after you die. It might take a while though.
Your explanation is better than any of mine.
Because it's true.
That must be it.
I carry on eating the food before it gets cold. The wall offers a bit of blessed shade and the sun revolves around the dome of the sky. With the afternoon, it's already slow, making way. Evening to our lunches become more of a dinner, or somewhat of word of an irregular meal like this. Despite that, I decide to call it. It's certainly hits the spot. I haven't eaten a bit since forever. My appetite filled, I let out a satisfied sigh. Rin hasn't eaten all of hers, but seems to be done with her food as well. I lean back, taking in the atmosphere. The crowd has thinned already, but the activities are still going. Everyone seems to be enjoying themselves. And why not? It's warm and kind of a perfect summer day. When it's not hot, but not too hot for comfort. The sun will set soon. Time would really be flown by. We've been sitting here for 6 hours.
Yes, we have. Do you want to do something else now?
No, not really.
Me neither. She should probably say neither.
Mm-hmm.
I have to kick the habit of saying things the correct way.
It's fine. It's you. Just say it the correct way. She adjusts her position and leans against the wall, and I follow her lead, relaxing my own body. For minutes on end, we sit there without saying a word. I'm trying to feel Rin's mood with her demeanor, the tension of her muscles, the tiny expression fleeing in her face. It's no use, she's unreadable as always. The crowd swells and fro, people happily chattering with each other. Very few people pay attention to the mural, and even less to us. I fiddled with a few odd pebbles amidst absent-mindedly. The act of doing something just for the sake of doing something, the pinnacle of idleness. Inch by inch, the sun creeps lower and lower towards the tree line, changing the color of the sky close to the horizon, from golden yellow to orange, and red to the moment of the sunset draw near. I feel my stomach filled with lead. After eating so heavy, but brick wall feels surprisingly comfortable against my back. I try to fight against the drowsy feeling that overwhelming me, to no avail. I wake up with a start. A low boom vibrates through the school grounds. After a image of bright sparks flashes through the vision like stars. Something rises towards the sky, direction of the sports field. A tail of fire trails behind it. A burst of red, yellow flame lights the sky high above the school with another loud boom. Fireworks. A sudden flash of lights against the canvas of the night sky awakens to realization. It's actually dark already. How long did I sleep? I feel groggy and I can't feel my right arm. As I attempt to flex it, I realize why. Rin is leaning heavily against my shoulder. Almost fell asleep on my lap. She's fast asleep, not even fazed by the fireworks. Her mouth is slightly open, her eyes are gracefully closed. A sleeping childlike face of innocence. I shake Rin gently with my free arm, trying to wake her up, or, failing that, move her so to my other arm is liberated from its pinch. Rin's face twitches and her eyelids shut tighter, as if to resist against waking up. She gradually opens her eyes and keeps them half closed, letting the lights from the fireworks sneak just past the eyelashes to the greenish irises mirrored in bright flashes of explosion, and looks at me and frowns.
Just a while longer, okay?
Rin's voice, drowsy and slow, leaving her almost unintelligible muttered words hanging lazily in the air. It seems she's not entirely aware of the situation. Rin's head drops back to the shoulders as she leans against the wall with her weight. She snuggles against my side, trying to make herself comfortable, but making me feel very uncomfortable at the same time. I become intensely more painful aware of Rin's warm body and deep, peaceful movement of her chest against my arm. Her breathing soon returns to even rhythms. I can't help admire her gift of sleeping, or the ease of mind of her to use someone she has known for less than a week as a pillow. The rockets rise to the sky one at a time, breaking into flowers of red, green, gold, accompanied by ohs and ahs of the audience. I try to push Rin's discerned proximity out of my mind. For that, can I do about it? I just hope the short while really is that. One by one the glitter bursts born, die, blink and eye, coloring of dark sky into a constant changing abstract painting. I listen to the low booms of the explosions of Rin quietly breathing, trying to clear my own head in the post-waking disorientation. Thankfully, just a little while longer really proves to be a while as Rin stirs from her slumber and wakes up again with fireworks are over.
I fell asleep.
She appears to finally open her eyes completely and blinks a few times. You fell asleep on top of me twice.
You didn't like it?
Yes. Well, despite the inconclusive stampering, Rin sits up, upright, drawing herself away from me. Well, you are heavy. To lie, She weighs next to nothing, but I have to get a jab at her, even if it's under the belt. My mock protest falls the draw. Any attention of Ren's attention is drawn upwards to flashes of fireworks. She seems hypnotized by the color plays of explosion. A slight tingle sensation goes up and down my arm. The blood starts to circulate again. It's unpleasant, but it helps me get rid of the dizziness feeling. More and more rockets rise up. The sky, bright colors, and the explosions reflect their clouds. Both of us stare at the fireworks, fixated through the canopy of trees, enthralled by the snow. We get the vast better view of the sky if we moved even a couple of yards, but neither of us bother to even suggest it.
I really do like fireworks, even though looking at them makes me feel kind of sad. I think it's like they want you to look at them so bad, so they are loud and bright, but when someone looks, they're already gone. It's like they were not even real.
They are real, I could tell you that. All this is real, you know. If you think about it, nothing really lasts for long. Even something like life or yours is just a blink of an eye in the history of everything, like one of those rockets, poof, and they're gone. But we're here, aren't we? Yeah, this is reality. Rin sitting next to me, the loud bangs of fireworks, the vast, unlimited sky. These things of defined real, even though they won't stay here forever. I feel warm inside. I wonder if it's because Rin is so close to me, or just the feeling of being alive.
I don't really know what I should say next.
Supposed to be like that. Sorry, my sister's talking to me. It's alright, maybe I'll just talk to myself. But you know, fireworks are pretty, but in the end, it's somewhat silly to spend so much money on a fraction of a second worth of pretty sparkles. Rin rips her gaze off of still ongoing spectacle and leans backwards, looking at me with a repulsed face.
Wow, I never expected you to be such a cynic.
Cynic is pretty harsh words. Rather than that, I think of myself as a realist.
Isn't a realist just a word for what a cynic calls himself?
The final rocket goes up and bangs silver and blue, leaving the ground eerily silent for a moment until the crowd starts moving towards the main gate like a cattle herd. Whiffs of grey smoke drift towards the dorms of the sports field, the pungent sulfuric smell of gunpowders. It carries along the feel of sticks in my hair and clothes. Was it? That was it?
I think so.
I stand and stretch my sore back. Sleeping against the brick wall isn't such a good idea after all. Rin stands up and, well, turns to face me with an expectant gaze of her own tired features, though she seems to have trouble focusing her eyes. She's looking straight at me, something I feel not occurred too often in the past week. So I suddenly...
Sorry, I feel like really bad about you not getting to do anything.
I'm gonna unmute her.
I feel really bad about you not getting to do anything.
It's fine. I'm just kind of tired right now.
Alright.
I'm almost falling asleep. Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. She's gonna have fun with the lily, right? Like, Emmy's in this later.
Yes.
It's legitimately Lily, Hanako, Hisao, and Akira.
Oh,
That's it.
yes.
Those are the only characters in the Lily, right? And Hidaki at the end. Hanako's route's literally Hisao and Hanako the whole time, and Lily. I didn't even think Akira's in it.
Cough, cough, I sense something. I suddenly realize we have been almost on a date here, as if by accident, even if we did nothing. Also, I've been distracted while typing that whole thing over the past.
I know. I keep checking when you pause, and you've been typing that for like an hour now.
I did that.
Okay.
Cough, cough. And also it appears I have deleted Censorfish. Censorfish, no.
Censorfish, no.
Because I was just checking what are my things. And I think I deleted Censorfish like a long time ago. When I,
No, Censorfish. It was such an important part of Tokyo Babel.
Yes, we could find him again, maybe. You want to find Censorfish again? The search of
I want
Censorfish.
Censorfish back.
You could find Censorfish.
Like, I was really needing that Censorfish.
Yeah, I was like, where's Censorfish? I can't...
I was not doing well that day.
I'm sorry.
Melanie went to sleep.
Oh, that's good. Maybe at the trap.
Weird.
Trap.
It's really weird because she doesn't do that.
I know, right? Trap.
It's like, what time was it there? It's like,
It's 10:26.
okay. Yeah. She shouldn't go to sleep now.
Yes.
Melanie! Just because he went to
Melanie.
sleep doesn't mean that you have to, and...
I suddenly realized we've almost been on a date here, as if by accident, even if we did nothing. But it wasn't, so white blood is rushing to my cheek and my speech is stammering. I don't know what I should say, especially since it seems Rin is waiting for me to say something, but luckily she solves my problem for me.
Good night, Hassel.
She gives me one of those lingering looks, measuring me from tip to toe, turning around on heel and skips off, disappears to the crowd. ... Okay, good night. We left standing there, giving my response a cooling night air. Sigh. The festival turns out to be nothing like I expected. I ended up spending all day one spot's rim, even though neither of us agreed on nor suggested we do anything. I just didn't have anything better to do, and evidently neither did she. Rin's warmth lingers on me longer, my body before disappearing into the falling night.
And we got the Rin route.
Okay.
With the Rin cinematic.
Why does he look so depressed?
Because it's the Rin route. No one's happy about the Rin route.
Except me!
Hey, do you know the names of all the acts for all the girls?
No, you do.
Would you like to know all the names of all the acts for all the girls?
Are you gonna tell me?
So Rins, since we're on Rins, are Disconnect, Distance, and Dream, I think. Emmys are Form, Perspective, and Motion. Shizune's are Learning to Read, Sleight of Hand, and To My Other Self. Hanako's are Hide and Seek, Casting, and Scars. Yeah, Scars. Okay. And then lilies are past, present, and future.
Hmm.
Cheers.
Would you like to transfer the call?
Sure.
Call has been transferred. Okay.
Did you read it? Well, everyone is you except a couple.
So you didn't read it?
I didn't read what?
Thing I sent you for in an hour.
No, I read it.
Okay.
She didn't even say anything. I felt bad.
I know, but like her dog was barking, so I had to put the mute.
Like, what really made me feel bad is that she was on open mic because you can still hear the ambient noises.
Yeah,
And, like, she didn't say anything the whole time.
I know.
Like, when you were doing the Emmy rap, like, I was watching videos and stuff, but, like, I feel like she was just sitting there.
Yeah, I muted a lot until like she said something, like when last stream too, and then like when she says, okay, I have to unmute her, and then I unmute her, and then like she says her thing, so I don't have to deal with all the and the noises that come from her.
Yeah, what is that? What is that noise?
I don't know. She says it's a fire alarm. I think that's what it's called. Smoke alarm.
That's what it sounded like, was a fire alarm.
Yes. But like even without a fire alarm, it's just one of those noises that come from the kitchen. You wouldn't know about that?
I would not know about that.
Cause like I don't know why, but like every like I don't know, but like cause like me and a couple like from my experience, because I am a like in Hispanic households, for some reason the kitchen always goes for no reason. There's no fire alarm. There's no, I was like I have theories of what that might be. Like it might be the fridge, but people have fridges and they don't make that noise. I'm like, it's just a random noise
It's not.
it's just a random noise that appears. And sometimes you can't hear it, but it's in recordings. And sometimes you can hear it and it's very audible. And you don't know where it comes from, and only certain people can hear it, and it's like a weird phenomenon.
Is it the Hispanic house phenomenon?
Yes, well, like from my experience, that's what I'm called. That's what. Thanks for the name.
You heard it here, folks. It's the Hispanic house phenomenon. That reminds me of something weird. Like when I was taking my psychology screening thing, like they gave me a sheet of paper and they were like, so fill this out because you answered you do have depression and you are suicidal to these questions.
Oh my god!
So fill out the sheet of paper. And one of them was, do you hear your name in a voice while you're alone? And I was like,
Oh my
well,
god, me too.
yeah, doesn't everyone? And then they're like, no, you're schizophrenic. And I'm like, oh, I knew that.
Oh, I knew that. I mean, because I do hear my name. Like, I was like, I look around. And I was like, nothing. I'm alone. There's no one in the house. I'm like, is someone here? No. Okay. And then like sometimes like, because I know what like my head sounds like, but it doesn't sound like my head would sound like.
Yeah, like it doesn't sound like the voice in your head that you have for yourself.
Yeah.
It sounds like someone else.
Yeah. So I'm like, it confuses me. So it's either a ghost, I'm insane, and I have no idea who it is. Because like I know I'm insane,
Yeah.
technically. But what's it
Oh,
called?
she's back.
Oh, Allie? Oh, Melanie.
No.
Yeah, I see her.
If you're bored,
Join the stream.
you can join or watch the stream
Also, you want to see something I sent her?
if you want.
Okay, I'm gonna like.
No, to Melanie. Yeah, tell me what Tell me.
I sent her this, and you might not like it.
She's gonna be like, no, I'm in bed for once. Oh, that's good.
What is?
Oh, that's good.
Oh. I thought you were talking about that May image.
Oh, let's see. Pixie. Okay. Oh, yes.
The
that
image
man.
goes where that link is. By the way.
Okay. What's up with the link?
What do you mean what's up with the link?
Oh, it's just the image. Okay. I was like, what?
Yeah, the link is the image, but the image went in the bottom of everything by accident. I don't know how.
Yeah, that is weird. That's very weird.
That's just how it does. Okay. This past half... Well, you see everything, right?
Yes.
It's already,
She just says yes.
it's already 8:30, but this morning class has not yet begun. We were supposed to have physics, but the teacher is nowhere to be seen. Did you see the things I sent you earlier?
Hmm.
Also, don't watch them in public. If you did.
What?
The things I sent you.
watched them at my house. It's okay.
Okay, you saw everything. Some
of it.
Okay.
Not all of it.
Did you at least
I'll
see the
go
Widow
back.
Tracer things?
Yeah.
Okay. That is good.
I don't watch things in public because I want to be private.
That's a good way of thinking things. Had I known this
What?
before...
There's a prologue and an act 1?
What is?
That's impressive.
Are you talking about the Tracer thing?
No, in this game.
Oh, okay. Okay. Had I known this beforehand, I would have slept in too. Suddenly the classroom slams open and Muto grunts his morning greetings from the doorway. Good morning, everyone. Muto looks like he has not slept at all. He stumbles in messier than normal hair, and his strange dress shirts creates a less than favorable impression. He's always looks like that.
He looks like he's always having a hangover.
Yes. Which I've never had a hangover, so I don't know what it feels like. But I had a really bad headache.
It's
like
not fun.
But I've had a really bad headache for a while, for like 2 days ago or something. I don't know. And then like I was like, this must be what a hangover feels like. And it was like, I don't know what a hangover feels like. I'm just like,
Yeah, it's really not fun.
yeah. You remember that day where I was like, I have a headache for like 3 days now, and it hurts so bad. I don't even want to stream, but I'm still gonna stream anyways. Everything hurts. The light, the sounds.
Yeah.
I'm still doing
Everything.
this.
Yeah, it's just like a really bad migraine.
I was like, this is a migraine, but I'm just gonna say. I guess you had fun last night at the festival too. Excuse me for being late. I ran into unexpected problems. I'm usually not the one for festivals like this, but I hope you all have a good time. After all, these sorts of events are important for you all, since they give you a short repressive from schoolwork. The class replies with various degrees of enthusiasm. Bermuto proceeds to take roll and get started. Alright then, today's subject is photon particle physics. Okay. Now before I have descended from comfortable coma-like state along with the rest of the class, letting Muto ramble speeches pass through the ear and exit the other without leaving a trace. Now, who could tell us what the solution is to this problem? He's written a rather easy equation on the blackboard. Deliberately, he tries to get the class to participate. Nobody? Come on guys. Nikai, how about you? Unfairly singled out by cornered, I give him an answer. It causes his shady figures to twist into a general smile, and it would scare little children senseless. Sorry. I want to see that. You say you have that?
What?
Nothing. Precisely. Good work, Nikai. Your smile.
My what?
Okay.
What's wrong with my smile?
I didn't say anything's wrong with your smile.
What are you talking about with my smile?
Okay, let's... I'm both disturbed and honored by the fact that he can remember my name only 1 week after I transferred here. In what I've seen, Muto has seriously trouble remembering the names of anybody else in the class, and most of them have here since first year. The room settles in a...
Except Shizune. Shizune, he's like, oh, it's her.
That's that one. I don't want to deal with this one again. In dream mood, students and teachers are like trying to get back on track after the festival. I figure last week must have been frantic for everyone. Not a minute too soon, lunch bell rings. Is that Shizune? Is that Emmy? I think it's Emmy.
That's either Misha or Emmy, and their voices are the same, so... Or Kenji. We'll just go with Misha or Emmy. Make way! Important business!
I turn my head to see some people scatter out the way. Someone charges in fare at the corridor. It seems to be a stairwell. It's too late to realize I'm in the middle corridor, directly under the way, the incoming human projectile. I try to skip backwards towards the doorway. Unfortunately, the person running towards me dodges in the same direction. Oh, it's Emmy. Maybe? In the following fraction of a second, several things come to mind in the sequence, yet almost simultaneously. First, I recognize the girl in the collation. Of course, it's me, and with me is Emmy. Second, I realize it feels somewhat natural to be tapped by Emmy once again. I would feel almost comfortable if not by the flexive panic and terror. Third, Emmy seems to be carrying a foot-tall stack of papers while running in the hallway. He crashes to me, but at least the impact was grazing one arm at the time.
Owie, why does this always happen to me?
Gee, I wonder, could it possibly have anything to do with you running through the corridor like you were on fire? She whimpers regretfully, looking like a hurt puppy. The slight makes me regret my snappish comment, the very instinct urge of my lips.
But I was in a hurry.
And we still end up in the Emmy route.
This is not the Emmy route. We got the Ren cinematic.
You don't know that.
We got the Ren cinematic.
Ooga booga. I can tell.
Sorry.
Don't worry about it. Emmy wells weakly one last time and rubs her forehead as to expel the ache while her gaze sweeps over the hallway floor. As she notices her unique stack of paper spread all over the floor, in one big mess, she lets out a horrified yelp.
Ah! The printouts! Oh no, oh no, oh no. What am I going to do? Teacher will give me hell if they get dirty.
They're probably fine. Let's gather them back up. It won't be a problem. We quickly round up the papers. Emmy tries for a sort of scattered pile. In her hand...
Emmy actually goes to school?
Did you not know
I
that?
thought she just ran all day.
Hmm.
Where does she go to school?
What? Plus, Emmy's a year older than us. Did you forget that?
She's 19!
I know.
That girl is 19! I would believe if they're like, Lily's 19. But no.
Yep.
This one is 19.
Yep. Uh-huh. Oh, ha. Did I read this already? Yes, I have.
Where are you going?
Nowhere. Nowhere particular, I guess. Didn't want to be left alone with Muto in the classroom. I think he has a hangover.
Have you eaten lunch?
Not yet, but I'm feeling very hungry anyways. Probably not. Sorry, my sister's asking me where the Mac is. She's looking at me incredulously, as if doubting my sanity for letting such a thing out of my mouth.
You should go to the roof. I promised Ren that I would eat lunch with her. I bet she'd like the company.
My lunch with Rin has been remarkably unsuccessful. I know where this conversation is going. It's hard to get to the drawn along. So I have little choice but play ball. Okay, I'll go pick up some breads or something first. Emmy smiles brightly before I say something further.
No, I'll go deliver these super quick, and then I'll go buy lunch for us. And Rena, too, of course. What kind of bread do you like?
It's fine, you don't really need to.
Don't worry, it's alright. Consider it an apology. I'll be back before you know it.
That's what I'm worried about. Don't get into another accident. Sorry, I'm just doing something. Emmy starts walking down the hall, but since she's still talking to me, isn't watching where she's going.
I won't.
And boom. Famous last word. She's already jogging down the stairs as she shouts that not too reassuring promise back to me. Sighing quickly, I start plodding along with her wake. But instead of taking the stairs down, I climb upwards. The stairwell up the roof is unlit, and as creepy as it was before. The door squeaks weakly in protest. I push it open. Rin is there too, like Emmy said, lying on her back of the other ends of the pebble-covered rooftop for some reason. Predicting something unnecessary, strange again, I walk to her slowly as possible.
Hello.
She sounds very drowsy as she says that, stretching to the ends of the world with a stirred voice. Despite that, her eyes are opened wide. I look down at her, my shadows overlapping her face. What you doing? Rin raises her eyebrows.
I thought you had a heart problem, not an eye problem.
She answers, challenging my rationale to my perfectly valid question without even a tint in her head to look at me. Rin's smartass comments are infuriating. The worst thing is that I'm not sure if she's doing it on purpose or not. Alright then, let me rephrase. Why are you lying on your back on the rooftop? She gives a lazy shrug and sniffs dismissively.
I'm trying to experience. People probably don't get this enough.
That's exactly what you're trying to experience here? I can't really tell, but there's probably a reason people don't do whatever. She's playing dodgeball with me again, answering my attempt with small talk with riddles I don't want to puzzle out. But I don't want to ignore her either.
Yeah, but the reason is that everyone is too busy with their lives to pay attention to the really important things.
Like watching the sky? She tears her gaze away from the sky and finally looks straight at me. The penetrating deepness of her eyes, once she focuses them on something, is startling.
You know, if you were a girl, I would be able to see your panties.
If I were a girl, I wouldn't come this close to anyone who tried to sneak a peek at my panties. I have as much common sense.
I wouldn't either, but sometimes I can't be avoided. Like now, for example. To tell you the truth, I don't even want to peek at your panties, though.
It's like at Emmy's, though. At Emmy Renship.
I do look at Emmy's panties all the time. I mean, doesn't everyone? She runs in them.
Those are briefs. I mean, wait.
It's underwear.
Bloomers. They're bloomers. Bloomers. That's what they're called.
That's what they call underwear.
No, it's not. It's gym wear.
Well, I don't gym, so.
I know. It's run wear.
Underpants are the soul of a girl. You shouldn't peek at someone else's soul, even if you're not a girl.
As a
Look at
guy,
my soul, Melanie.
I mean, you saw.
Melanie, you want to look at my soul?
I mean, you saw her soul.
Yes, I saw her soul.
As a guy, I guess I can understand that. To us, that's sort of half mythical object that we can't quite comprehend.
Yeah, that's exactly how I think about them too. What a coincidence.
It really is. So, what did the word history in the morning class?
I skipped class.
Of course you did.
I don't go to class.
I know. Are you talking about yourself or to Red?
I go to class.
You have class, but like,
Stupid same.
you don't class.
Okay, I only skipped out of class for like a week and a half that one time, and they kept calling me, and they're like, "Hey, Angela, you gonna do your work and send it to us?" And then I'm like, "Nope."
Like, it was like 2 weeks, but yeah.
Okay, maybe it was 2 weeks. I don't remember. It felt like one day to me. It was just like a never-ending day of just.
I don't have to do anything.
I was like, I'm gonna be dead soon. Dead people don't have to do their schoolwork, right?
And then I mean, I said nothing.
Didn't eat or sleep, and I was just like, woo, I don't have to live.
I mean, you don't have to do that regardless. I could not eat for like a month or two, and I would be perfectly fine. And not sleeping, that's for some reason when I sleep, I get sleepy. But if I don't sleep, I'm alert. Does that make
That's me. Yeah. I'm like, once I'm asleep, and I do not want to get up, but it takes me like 3 hours to go to sleep.
Same. It's like, oh, I don't want to sleep. So it's like, and then my mom's like, go to sleep. It's like, I don't want to. And then it's like, and then I go to sleep. And I was like, okay. And then I wake up. It's like, I don't want to wake up. Like you forced
We're
this.
just grown-up little children who are like, I don't want to go to sleep. I don't want to wake up and go do my responsibilities.
I don't want to go to school.
I'm too busy mourning the loss of my fiance to go to school.
You.
I guess that's a me thing.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, I could, insert rather thing here that has nothing to do with, that.
Why did she get online right then? That's freaking me out.
She's probably gonna message you.
Please don't be watching the stream, no!
Probably watching the stream right now. And I wouldn't know about it because it takes me an hour to see anything. No, really, there's
Is
like...
this Ren voice time?
Oh, this wasn't Ren, this was just a random thing I was doing.
Oh wait, that was the voice that you were doing that time that you decided that was Satsuna's voice, and I decided my version of that was Sorame's voice, and we just went with it.
Oh my gosh, that was Satsuna's voice!
It's like, oh no!
It's me, Satsuna, hi! And then you did the basically that version of Sorby. And it was hilarious. It was the best of the best. To do this.
Well, I'm not actually doing what it looks like I'm doing, or at least I think that what I'm doing doesn't look like what I look like, but from your perspective.
What happened?
I hate Ren so much.
Why? Why? What is the issue?
She's just such a freaking FP.
And that means?
She's so ditzy, not logical.
And I am?
She's like you and Melanie.
Yeah, but I'm like logical sometimes.
You're slightly more logical than
Yeah.
this. This is an ESFP, and this is not a good person.
I'm logical when I want to be, and I'm random. Well, like, I used to be logical for like a long time, and then I was like, oh, being random makes you popular. Might as well be random. And then, like, that just became part of my personality at times. It's like, okay, I'm just that one dude that just does random things at random intervals, and it's like, yeah, that's just Alan. Just ignore him.
Just ignore it.
So basically,
Yeah,
Ren is like, oh,
Like,
that's just that one dude. Just ignore him. Just let him be.
like my mother was having a conversation with some of the people at my barn, and she's like, yeah, Angela doesn't get along with anyone. And then they were like, oh yeah, we know.
Oh yeah, we know.
She either sits around and stares off into the distance, or completely ignores everyone and goes off with her horses, or just is mean, or is like really sadistic. So yeah, no one likes Angela.
I mean, I would do the stare into distance because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to interact with people. I don't know how to I don't know how to person. So I was like, so what do I do in this situation? I just sit here. I'm like, I'm just really awkward. I'm like, I don't know where to look, so I'm just looking at people. I'm like, and then I turn back because it's like, I should look at people, and then I look at them. And it's like, I have nothing else to do.
Yeah, that, and what was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm either like that, or I'm just so twitchy and anxiety, and I
my God,
legitimately
me too.
like do the, and then she just clings to her thing where she's just, where I'm just like, protect me from the world because they're so scary, and then if someone touches me, I just start spazzing out, and I'm just like, oh my god, they touched me! Oh my god, I must cleanse myself!
I have random spasms when I'm like, I haven't slept, and then I'm just having random like head ticks and like other body parts. I'm like, like, and they're like, what the freak are you doing? I was like, yeah, it's just him. Just leave him alone. I was like, no one like acknowledges the fact that I'm doing it. I'm like, I'm just in class, and then I'm just like randomly like my head just goes everywhere, and I was like, everyone just accepts it like normal. I'm like, okay, just don't ask me about it then.
Yeah. I'll just keep looking at that May gif.
Yeah, also like sometimes like I just might stare in one, like I'm looking at the wall, and I'm like intently looking at the wall, just like I have nothing in my mind. I'm just like looking at a wall, cause like I'm just like there's nothing I'm doing. I'm just like, and then my mind just focuses on the wall, and then I was like, oh shoot, and then realized that I'm like looking into someone. I was like, I don't want to say I'm not looking at you, but it looks like I'm looking at you. And then it was like, you try to like make it look like you weren't looking at them, but now you're actually looking at them. It's like, oh god. And you can't refocus because you've just been like broken mentally because of the thing that just happened. It's like, oh gosh, what do I do now? They know, they see me. Like, act natural, and then you can't act natural, so I'm like, ugh. Have you ever like went to sleep in a position, and then just like you move your arm like a little bit, and then like you try to put your arm in the exact same position, and then like it doesn't feel right because it's not in the exact same position that it was before, so you're trying to find the exact same arm position, and you never do, so you just feel uncomfortable.
No, I sleep in like the exact same position all the time.
Okay, then it's just my fault that I don't sleep in the exact same position.
Here, I have picture of favorite character from Wicked because I just thought I can put this here and then it will cover up Megan.
Is it because May Gift is distracting? Oh,
Megarth is distracting me.
it's you. I was gonna say it's
Yeah.
Emmy, but it's like, it's you.
No. It's me. Emmy has motivation. I have zero motivation.
I pressed
I'm just like, I good.
the button twice, so you have to read this part, then that. Because I thought it was the
Oh,
same thing,
okay.
because they both started with well.
Well, I'm not actually doing what it looks like I'm doing, or at least I think that what I'm doing doesn't look like what I look like, but from your perspective, probably. Yeah, I skipped a class to do this.
I guess whatever your reason is, it's good as any. Like that, you do this. Turn off the Wi-Fi.
What?
Sorry, my sister.
Oh, okay.
My sister's trying to get into my phone. I was like, I don't have your thumbprint. My sister says, don't fucking talk like that, you bitch. I got it. Given into a tired feeling in my legs, I sit down to the roof next to Rin. The pebbles are not the most comfortable bed in the world, but if she can stand it, then I should be able as well.
What are you waiting for?
Hmm?
Try it.
I bend my neck backwards to take a look where she's looking. The silvery blue sky dotted to herds of sheep, cloud sheep, filled with field vision entirely. While it's pretty in view, it's nothing special, even though the weather is fair. While I shrug, trying my best to intimidate the nonchalant manner which Rin seems to have evolved to perfection, and lie down on my back. The stones poke on my back, though. The the thin shirts wherever I shift my weight, even if a little, forcing me to keep as still as possible. I try to ignore the discomfort and myself instead of concentrating on the vastness over there. Far above, the summer clouds drift soundless across the dome of sky. Neither of us have anything to say, the dust silence covering the rooftop. The subdued noise, the students and the lunchboxes, cicadas, the trees, the traffic, buzzing past the schools of humming pleasantries somewhere in the background. Listen, I had a great time yesterday.
Did you?
Well, to be honest, no, but it was alright. It was probably the longest time I've ever sat in one place without doing anything, which is kind of impressive. I try to make it sound as convincing as possible.
Is that impressive?
I think it is. I usually do russes to do anything like that.
I think I had a good time too.
The clouds passed above us, casting its shadow onto the school. A chilling urge through me, the sudden change of sunlight to shade. I realized that summer is not the full bloom quite yet. The only measure of time passing at slow pace, the clouds moving towards the town. Strays beams, gold sunlight leaks through the gaps, blinding me for a moment. However, they hit me directly in the eyes. The blue of the sky looks so unreachable. It reminds me of the time I spent in the hospital where I was bored out of my mind on a daily basis. Somehow, it didn't matter after a while. I learned to appreciate other things besides watching TV and gossiping with other people I didn't even like. A comprehensive sensation of calmness spreads in my sight, and my other senses finally hit my brain. An airplane zooms by, leaving two thin contrails in its wake like a pair of chalk lines drawn from one end to the sky to the other. I wonder where it's headed. The low din of the engines carries all of its weight down my ears, although it barely audible over the racket on the quad. Why do I have this strange thought of we're gonna see Emmy's planet? Cause we're both in Rin.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Ren. But no, Ren doesn't have like sex scenes, which is disappointing.
What do you mean?
She doesn't really have sex scenes.
Well, you had one.
She has like sort of sex scenes, but not really.
Hmm.
She has something, but not really.
She has
It's
something.
like the most mild sex scene. It's not even really there.
You would know.
Like, she doesn't even take all her clothes off for a really long time. Like, come on.
I mean. Did I read this? I feel like I did.
Yeah. Yes, you did. Oh, lines. Okay. It's nice.
It's nice, but I don't understand why it's more important than going to class.
Isn't it good to do something you like? Every once in a while?
Of course, but
What are you doing?
Emiya snuck up on us without either noticing, and it's only a step away from me, holding several packages wrapped in plastic films in her arms. She leans towards and peeks over me, overshadowing my face, almost exactly the same way I overshadowed Rin before. And he shot. I mean, we can't see it, but it's happening. I wonder how weird this looks. The two of us lying on our backs on the rooftop. That's what I asked too.
I would be more concerned about what you are doing if I were you. I wouldn't come that close to people who could see your panties. Rin!
Emmy's voice is scandalized, but she quickly takes a step backwards, pressing her hands against the front of her skirt so abruptly that the parasols of bread she is carrying fall. I quickly avert my eyes to glance angrily at Rin. She pretends not to see me.
Hisao isn't like that, right?
Right. So, right. Totally. Emmy scowls at Rin and crouches down to pick up the packages. She wipes the dust off them and skips lithely around me to Rin's other side, where she sets herself down.
Anyway, here's your bread. Sorry it took a while.
That's alright. Thanks for treating me. I put myself into a sitting position and gradually accept the bread Emmy is offering. All three of us ravenous dig into a simple meal. The bread is surprisingly decent and readily fills my stomach. The corner of my eye, the skill which Rin handles her bread between her feet.
Haven't seen you on the track in a few days.
Oh, right. I figured it was too heavy a routine for me to start with.
So you've been doing something else?
I've been considering my options. She frowns but doesn't pursue the issue further, so for which I'm thankful. Emmy seems pretty headstrong, and I wouldn't be able to want to get pestered by her about the daily basis. Join the student council. I have enough burdens to bear with Shizune and Misha already.
Join the student council, Yishan.
Oh, I missed that. We barely finish the lunch before the bell rings, calling us back to our classrooms.
Also, just something I've been meaning to talk about. Do you want me to do a voice for Shizune? And in that case, what voice?
Also, someone is here.
Oh, hello.
I don't know who's here, but someone is here.
Please don't be Melanie, because I feel like it's Melanie.
I don't see anyone.
Why did she go offline right then? Oh, God.
This is quite the predicament.
It's bothering me.
Yes.
But seriously, question, answer.
No, seriously, who is in here? Answer me. Oh, okay. No response.
Question. Answer the question.
Here. Please type I is here in the comments below. I'm Batman.
And
Don't-
also, since he won't answer, tell me what Shizurne's should be.
Is any of them your normal voice?
Technically no. Misha gets there sometime, but she still has more energy than I do.
Okay. You want to do your normal voice? You want to
Oh
be
wait,
Kamsula?
Awanako is my normal voice.
Oh, Hanako?
No, Awanako, the other girl.
Who's Iwanako?
Whatever her name is, Awanko. I don't know what her name is.
Who is Iwanko?
His old girlfriend.
Whose
That's my
old
normal
girlfriend? Oh,
His
right.
Sal's old girlfriend.
Do you want to be Kamsula?
Sure.
Yay. The legacy continues.
Yeah, not like a crazy Compsula like I did for Samuel, like calmer Compsula.
I was like, you remember the... Oh no, I don't want to bring it up.
Let's talk about the mercy changes, Alan.
No, not again.
That voice.
I didn't want to...
That's her voice now, and she talks a lot.
Yes, Alan.
Yes, Alan. Won't it be so much fun to get to Shizurne's route? Won't you be so excited? Well, back to this.
Yes. Also, I sent something. Yes, Pat.
Hichan!
Yes. Isha waves at me as soon as I enter and starts talking before I can make my way across the classroom.
How was your festival? Did you have fun?
Still somewhat undecided on that. I'd say probably? Why?
Just asking, just asking.
Her eyes glint in a way to tell me she's not just asking. I can't even start to guess her motives, though. As the well-timed entrance of the English teacher prevents us from talking further, Misha falls back to plan B.
I was there all day with Sichan. We had lots of fun.
Join the student council!
We definitely didn't do anything at all.
Mm-hmm. Like-
I love her. Please stay, Miss Sichan.
Mm-hmm. It's like, we had fun with C-Chan. You want to join the fun? Join the student council!
You should join the student council. It's so much fun. Lily spent the entire day with Hanako and she wasn't even there for her student council.
Mm-hmm. Weren't you supposed to be doing work?
Don't worry, everything went really well.
I don't reply to that one, and she leaves me alone after Shizune demands her attention. My own attention, on the other hand, is directed out the windows. Now I look out from here. Though the window of the foliage just outside, the sky seems smaller. I catch only small glimpses of blue. Everything else is cluttered noise, right in the middle of the vision. What experience did Rin want to share out staring at the sky? Surely she's done it before, everyone has. No use trying to guess her mind, but if I don't do that, then I have no excuse for not concentrating on the teacher's words. I look at the scribbles appearing in the blackboard, trying to figure out what the meaning of little success. English really is not my favorite subject. We have a strong mutual dislike for each other. Mm-hmm.
Okay, at 1:30, I have to go.
Okay, my time.
Now your time.
1:30.
3:30 in the morning. My
Yes.
time.
3:30?
11:30. 11:30.
11:30 my time?
Yes.
Okay, so in 20 minutes.
In 20 minutes.
Around 20 minutes. It's not 20 minutes exactly.
Yes.
Say 16? That's what it is, right?
Mm.
Thick, hot afternoon light evades the corridor, making the air feel heavy and lazy. My body feels weighed down. Hey, it's Quirky. Hello.
Hello.
Quirky. I don't know how to pronounce that
Have
correctly.
we still not figured out who the other person is yet?
Well, this is one person and it says 0 people, but yes. It says there's
watching.
It says there's 0 people watching, but somehow Quirky responded.
I feel like she's watching me.
The first time was right. What did I say the first time? What did I say the first time? Is it Quirky? Or was that not it?
Is it Quirky? Or Quirky?
Quirky?
Or Quacky?
If you use Streamlabs, you could see each username watching. And yes, Quirky. Also, cough, cough.
Why are you coughing?
Nothing. Because
Why are you coughing?
they have no idea what's going on.
Oh no.
My body feels weighed down by its drag. Sorry. It scares me every time. Thank you, Quirky, for
Welcome to Disability Girls, the visual novel.
the video game.
It's a book, but fancy.
Yes, it's a book, but fancy. It's a comic book.
Yes.
And-
It's a comic book, but you click instead of turn the page.
So, a web comic
Yes.
with different endings.
Yeah.
It's a fan fiction.
It's a fan fiction about disability girls. So basically, yeah.
Hey, they just asked me, are you playing the censored version? No, we are not. Hmm?
Are we playing the what?
The censored version.
No, we are playing the 100% not censored version. We censor it though.
Yeah, we get full on hentai scene. I mean, H scenes. I mean, what? I said nothing.
I still don't get my Yuri though.
Yes, full
You
lewd.
can only imagine. Because Lily and Hanako share a bedroom.
That's gonna be a while. My body feels weighed down. Did I read this already?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe this part is the reason why I didn't join any clubs before. Afternoon just aren't suited for activity. I knock at the door of the art room and open it. A girl who is possibly doing something important with a scroll of paper. She's carrying turns to reckon me, and smiles a sweet, as if confused manner. Oh god.
Oh, it's a girl.
Yes.
It's a what voice for her?
Hello. Is this the art club, right? Yes. You're interested in joining? Yeah, in fact, I might already have done so, but we'll see. Giving her a weak smile and she widens a notch, making me feel less nervous. Great. Have a seat then. We'll start when the teacher gets here. Without even scanning the room for good spots, I quickly to the back of the room and settle myself a free seat apart from everything else. A few other members are lounging in their seats, waiting for the teacher. Ren sits alone in the roof seat. Looking outside, she's the only person here that I know, although the guy I've never really gotten along with from my own class is here too. Which one is it? Is it the one with
The
no
guy
ear?
without the ear. Yeah.
How can
Oh,
he...
look, it's the blind guy. And then it's a girl who looks like she's gonna die in a couple weeks. And then a
She's-
guy who looks like he's staring at Rin's butt. Or the blind guy's butt.
Yes, it looks like it's like, oh yeah, you blind man, you can't see a thing. Oh, ho, ho. Meanwhile, I'm like, I'm so cool, I only have one ear. You don't know what happened. I was in a battle.
They're not all in the Second World War or whatever you thought they were in.
I was in Vietnam.
Oh, the Vietnam War.
Because
That's
Ren.
how Amy lost her legs, everyone. And that's how Ren lost her arms, and how Shizune went deaf, and how Lily went blind. And clearly that's how Hanako got all her birds.
They were all in the same place. They were in the minefields.
Yes, they were all in the minefields. And
Also-
some of them ended up with very unusual injuries that left very few scars and like 0 damage to the rest of them.
Totally. Very possible. So like the girl that's like is totally gossiping, and the dude with the blind face is like, oh, forget it. I don't know what that was.
And Ren's just like, I hate everyone here.
I don't know, but there was just a notification, and I don't know what that was. Someone sent a tip? Was that what it was? It's like, oh, I got hosted! Yay!
How does that work?
Yay, thank you for the host. I forgot that's what it sounded like.
I actually have to go early.
No! I thought it was 10 more minutes.
Okay, maybe we'll see.
Okay, welcome to the channel, Bruas to the Dad. No one else sees to greet me, maybe introductions left for later, so I just settle for silent observations as well. One boy in sunglasses on, an odd sight out indoors, where not at Yamako. I'd bet he's the blind student Rin was talking about. The wait proves to be extremely short. Norame walks over, stands behind the desk, 3 long strides, and gives me a smile, a flamboyant greeting.
Good afternoon, everyone. First things first, Asao, you're the new member, so everyone gets along with him.
He winkles at me uncertainly. All 8 members of the club, including myself, answer his greeting with a considerably less enthusiasm. Still, people finally straighten up at their seats and begin to pay attention.
I think some of you have some projects to work on, so please continue on those if you like. As for rest, I was thinking that today we would do some rough studies. How does that sound?
Dracos. Welcome to the channel.
Hi.
Yeah, the bot be snitching. Yo, yo. Nobody answers except some unintelligible murmurs, which Noyama apparently interprets as unanimous approval.
Alright everyone. Everyone's not working on their other projects. Choose a partner and draw a sketch of one another. You should be able to complete this today, but if not, we could continue the next time, or even again if you find it interesting. Remember to pay attention to light and shadow and give it your best.
Pairing up? I feel pretty awkward about it. Hardly knowing anyone here, I wish someone would ask me to be their partner. People stand up, move to their chairs closer to another, but nobody comes to me. Pretty soon, everyone is paired off. Friends team up with each other, but I'm left alone. Well, there's Rin. Ah, okay, it's a bot. I see. I was sure when I was invisible in lurk mode, but I guess bots can see in infrared. Oh my. Bye. Bot beats the lurk card. Nice try, Bazo. Whoa! By the way, I read the comments. She's sitting in the further corner of the classroom, still staring at the window, and seemingly uninterested in taking part of the exercise. Since she's the only other one without a partner, I walk to her seat. I can't see her face because her hair is covering most of it, and she's looking away from me. Rin? I call out to her, no response. Hey, want to partner up? You're the only one I know here. Seems finally acknowledges my presence, then turning like a robot as she looks at me, who is addressing her. Rin doesn't answer, and I don't want to repeat the question either. I'm sure she heard it the first time. Why doesn't she say anything? Can't be such an awful fate to be paired up with me, can it? Doesn't look at my face and instead stares directly at my chest and stomach. Dot dot dot.
Oh. Okay. Why not?
I was like, you're not a girl. Dot dot dot. Okay, good, great. I'll get this stuff for us. Looking at the equipment Noyama has prepared for today, meaning confuses me. Instead of graphite and plasters, we are apparently supposed to use ink sketches. Oh god, I can't do ink sketch. Like legit, I can't ink sketch. I'm terrible at that. I've tried.
Can't either. Like, at all. I have to have my pencil.
Yeah, I could do it with pencil, but like every time I like try to do it with ink, it's always like super thick, and I was like, I'm pressing as light as possible, and then like everyone is doing like perfect strokes. I'm like, how?
Like, I can do calligraphy, but I can't ink sketch.
Yeah, calligraphy, like the thickness is perfect for like what I'm doing. Yes, both their arms are missing. That's the point of this game. It's disability girls. You date disabilities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you date disabilities.
Mm-hmm. Is this
How
your first
about you
time
date
playing?
girls?
The prized face, or I don't know what that is. Disappointed face. I feel so bad for her. Don't be. She's fine. I've never done anything like this before.
She has the least disability of them all.
Why do you say she has the least disability of all?
Physical.
Yeah.
Physical.
What about us? We don't have any physical. Kind of.
Yes, we do.
Like, missing one arm is one thing, but missing both arms is something else entirely. I know. Yeah.
The Vietnam War.
I've never done anything like this. Oh, you gotta go. No, gotta finish this fast. I've never done anything like this before. The teacher, however, seems confident in our abilities to adapt to the medium.
Simple. First, you do the outlines in ink. Then dry them and you shade with the diluted ink. It's called India ink. It works like watercolors.
I've done this before.
I know, I hate it.
Itchy Nose gotta ask someone else to use for fucking wall. Roar. Saya Sol. Style. Yeah. Hi. Missing legs, you can use a wheelchair, but arms. Hello, hey, Salamance FTW. We don't have workouts for arms.
If you're uncomfortable with it, use a pen instead of a brush for the outlines.
That's what I did, and I still failed. Got it. I pick up paper, water cups, and a pen for me, one brush for Rin, and ink for both of us, and return to Rin. Grabbing the vacant chair nearby, I seat myself directly opposite of her.
Do you want me to do it with my foot or my mouth?
Both. What did you say? She tilts her head with her brows forming questioning arcs, as if she doesn't understand what I didn't understand the question.
I don't mind drawing either way. You'll better if I do it with my foot, though.
Oh, thank you. And also, I like the little Teddy Ursa.
Teddy Ursa.
The beacon. With your foot, then, if it's all the same with you. Nodding the answer, Rin gets up from her seat and kicks off with her sandals. In two fluid motions, she picks up the paper sheets and drops to the floor, then snatches a brush between her toes before sitting on the floor with a weird half-crossed position. Wow, this is... Although I've seen her do everything with her feet already, from eating to painting to displaying the dexterity of practicing, and I just stared at her stunned. Rin contemplating her blank piece of paper intently, the sharp tip of her brush hovers over the paper in anticipation. Sorry, I was just reading the comments. When she raises her head, see quickly turn to face away.
I'll go first. Make a pose.
What kind of pose?
It doesn't matter. That's the point. You have to make the sketch of the impression you get, not decide beforehand.
Because... Yes. I end up sitting in my chair, my hands hanging limply between my knees. I look at her, and she looks for me for a moment before beginning. Rin stares, piercing and pale, as if she was trying to absorb the part of me and my own self. I feel like I'm physically stricken under the pressure of her gaze. That's a lot of words. And also, Ouija! I sit the feeling for the first time since we met. Rin is actually looking at me, instead of the general direction. Sorry, it scares me every time. Thank you for following the channel, Salamance, or Sal. The sketch with confidence, bold sweeps... Oh, the scared Pikachu's hilarious. Sweep of delicate brushes. Not caring about the potential destructive consequences of accidentally misplacing strokes. Yes, much loud, much scary, very scary, yes. After that...
I gotta go.
No!
You're welcome to continue it without me, if you'd like.
No! I mean, I can, but... No, bye! Horrible. Guess I'm doing this now. It gets attention, I suppose. Mm-hmm. That way I know you subscribe. I mean, follow, because I don't have subscriptions. After she smiles with her outlines, she stands to pose for me, stretching her back of her legs. This time, she doesn't look at me. Instead, Rin lets the gaze wander around the room. I'm relieved. It's easier to stare at someone when they aren't staring back at you. Even so, I find it hard to get the sketch going. Right now it's Rin. It was Emmy before, like at the beginning. And then we finished Emmy's thing. Now we're going to Rin. Not especially artistic talent, so I'm scared of the portrait will turn out into something disfigured, especially when compared to my partner's skills. I don't want to embarrass myself too badly on the first try. Rin is not helping the professor either. I mean, Pastas. She doesn't stand still for even 10 seconds, tilting her head to side to judge her drawing, biting at her lower lip, looking unsatisfied, and constantly shuffling around like she does on hot coals. Because it's closest to Umi. Aha! Ocean. Or am I tripping? I don't know what you're talking about. You want me to turn on the talkative bots? I'll make you talkative bot. What is it? Notifications. Read text to speech. There you go. I finally managed to make some headway on my sketch. Out of my outlines done, we both start inking the shadow and light. Nomiya passes and remarks the beginnings of our sketches.
Very good. Standing figure is easy to begin to grasp of.
But I didn't choose the pose. I look at him and then Rin in confusion, but he's already moving to the next pair, and Rin seems unresponsive. And just like when she was painting the mural, Rin has become so engrossed with her work, it seems like she shut me the classroom, the entire world itself out, but her own little sphere of existence. Every now and then she leans backwards.
UMI Sonoda from the Love Live anime is my number one waifu.
Ah, okay. Where'd I go? Every now and then she leans back, seemingly to get the perspective. Sometimes she bends forward, leaning back until her nose almost touches the paper.
That pronunciation from the bot though. The butcher is in. Nanny?
Nanny?
LOL.
And it's rocking back and forth.
Bot is reading chat.
Yes, I made it read chat.
I so confused.
Yes. Slowly Rin proves she has...
This can only go one way.
Oh god, no. Do I have to turn it off before it all begins? She hasn't completely drifted into the world of her own. and speaks.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck?
If a woodchuck could.
Are you having fun already?
She doesn't raise her eyes, and drawing as much as she did. The breaking out of the silence.
If a woodchuck could chuck wood?
The jolt surprising though me, and have been electrocuted. I don't know yet. It's hard to say. I can't hear how she replies my answers, because she seems she is suddenly having a private whisper conversation with her sketch. I don't understand why she's drawing so well when I have the attention span of a butterfly. As it seems she lost her interest, I have to go back to drawing as well. I try to add texture to Rin's hair to somewhat grasp the way of gold. Oh gosh, that's like way loud.
A woodchuck would chuck as much wood as a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
My face.
Will I get banned for copy pasta?
No?
Sorry. I had to do that.
Sorry. The only thing I thought was like, I had to do that to them. Yes. Sun rays from her bright hustle aflame and transferred to paper in shade of black and grey. Somehow this pen and bottle of ink seem to be a lousy inadequate tools for the task. Minutes pass and the sketch doesn't magically look like Rin than it did before. A voice wakes up and, to my despair... Alright, I'm not. I'm reading this.
What about now?
Excuse me?
Are you having fun already?
Why do you keep asking that?
Because it's club, right? Clubs are meant to be fun. You join to have fun. Are you having fun?
Is it important that I'm having fun?
Yes.
Okay, I'm having fun.
Good.
I wonder if she said that just to please her, or if I really did mean it. Can't really decide which it was. I don't hate this, though. I can't honestly say that much. It's good enough for now. As the allotted time has finished studying, quickly trickles away. I desperately try to...
Yep. You're reading it.
Yep. I'm sorry. I desperately try to improve the awful sketch, but it doesn't seem to get any better. I want to start again from scratch, but what'd be the point? There's no time for that either.
Okay, everyone, that's it for today. Please turn in your drawings on my desk, and I'll add to see you next Monday.
Oh. Okay. It looks good. Very artistic. Better than what I could draw. I glance at my portrait. It doesn't exactly look like Rin. It does look like Rin. What you talking about? I guess you could say it portrays her, but it might be a bit generous. The nose, the jaw looks hideous, and the shades are terrible. Granted, this is my first attempt at drawing with ink.
Just remember. You'll probably have to voice Lily later. That looks terrible.
Yeah, it's not bad.
She sneaked up behind me while I was lost in thought. Damn it, I was hoping I could smuggle the portrait to the teacher without you seeing it.
Why?
I'm not really happy with it. I wish I could draw better.
You just need practice. Do you take my drawing to teacher too?
Curious myself how the sketch turned out, I peek at the picture. From one way Rin was drawing, it looked like she was really into it. Oh gosh, wow.
Yet I want to know what happens. I skipped the run route.
It is excellent. Somehow the seemingly arbitrary strokes come together to form an image of my face, from the shape of my chin to the messy hair to the somewhat gloomy expression. The sketch somehow blows my mind. Save that there, because there's only one decision. Yes, continue. Turn. Wish I was as good as you. You're amazing. Alright, let's go with 1 or 2. Oh, we have 5 viewers. Oh my. Why, it's a wonderful turnout. I'll just go with the second one. Oh, you're amazing.
It's not that amazing, but thanks.
I take a closer look at her work. Still glistening with the slow drying ink. You know, I kind of
One.
look grim here. You say 1, but I already wrote 2.
You do look kind of grim. I mean, I agree, but it's also true otherwise, too. Like this, not that I made.
I do?
I think, at least.
Her simple statement makes me suddenly feel incredibly self-conscious. I feel like I need a mirror right now to confirm or debunk Rin. It's a nasty feeling. Maybe it's just her. I hope it's just her, and I don't look like the sketch to anyone. It's a good sketch, but somehow I get really oppressive feeling from it. I see. Anyways, I look really good. You're really amazing.
Thanks. I'm glad I could draw you. You're an interesting person.
You're an interesting person too, but that didn't help me much. My self-deprecation has no limits today, but Rin ignores it all. I knew that I could never compare it to, but see the difference with my own eyes is quite humbling.
See? I try to make you look like you think a lot, since you did a lot of thinking. And yeah, I might have overdone and fed up the life expression, but cynics are like that, right?
I want to retort something snappy, but Noyama gives me no time to think, ushering us to the door.
Hurry up, you two!
While we've been chatting the rest of the club, it's taking their leave. I quickly pick up the drawings and take up the teacher's desk before hurrying after Rin, who has already left the classroom. Has no one noticed his voice is Vegeta? She is not in the hallway. To my surprise, I wonder where she manages to run off to. In a few seconds, I could have talked more. Well, not that I have much to say, except maybe get back to for calling me a cynic. I'm surprisingly late. I get used to school ending at the same time every day, so I feel an extra hours in my head and my gut. My growling stomach reminds me that I'm absolutely ravenous. I'm so hungry that I dare to try anything from the cafeteria staff has deemed edible. Even when I see today's delicacy, fried mystery lumps, my steely resolve doesn't fade. I stuffed dinner down without tasting it at all, which is probably for the best. I don't have much homework to do, but what little I have won't get done by itself, so I stroll towards the dormitories. Preparing for the post-homework lure, I knock on Kenji's door. He responds on his side, although I don't make
I missed you.
Hello. Welcome. Also, you scared me. I can't make out what he said. I tried the door, but it's locked. After a few seconds, the locks click open and he opens his door. Hi. Hey, can I borrow a book? The library has already closed after I got away from the club meeting. He's squeaking even more than usual, and his eyebrows are twitching nervously.
Club? That's dangerous, man.
Sorry.
Okay,
Hi. Okay. And also bye, Quirky and Salamander.
Also, you're left here, but...
Club? That's dangerous, man. Indoctrinations, groupthink, brainwash, you name it.
Can I please be moderator?
Let me just do this. No. Properties? There you go. And also...
Asterisk please.
Last time I did that, you banned everyone. I think. That was you or someone else. And how did I mute myself in this thing? How do
I suck at spelling.
Is him. What do you mean you suck at spelling?
Am I moderator?
Nope.
I won't now.
Alright. You're so... One, two... Oh gosh, no. How do I change... Switch accounts?
Iceplat please Wong.
What?
Thanks.
I'm logging into my account. There you go, you're a moderator now. And also, you're a moderator. Angela, you're a moderator. I put you moderator. Time to remove that, and this, and...
Yo Uthans.
High school clubs, the sow of seeds of conspiracy. Do you know how many secret societies have grown from high school clubs? Watch your back, and don't get in too deep. You might not come back.
Okay, Kenji, how about that book?
Sure. But return them when
I
you...
liked the video when you reacted to my YT Ahanal.
You mean YouTube channel?
Yeah, wow. Don't spoil
Oh
him.
danky.
Oh, dank. Oh, that's funny. I didn't expect you to write that, but yes.
No drinks, no food stains, no bodily fluids. Capiche?
Sure, thanks. Instead of letting me in, he retreats.
Yes. XD.
Hey, yo, Angela, keep him in check. He retreats from the door, closing in again. After a few seconds, he returns to a stack of 3 tin books and hands them over to me. Opening the upmost one, familiar emblem stamped from the copyright page greets me. Your books, these are from the school library.
They are now mine.
You stole these?
What are you talking about, man? They've been
It doesn't understand my German. Yep, got it.
Okay, let me just take this off and we're good.
What are you talking about, man? I've been liberated from these oppressive feminist movements that control the library.
Please say oppressive feminist movement doesn't mean the poor library girl. Yuko, she couldn't have oppressed the wet towel. Kenji turns away, mumbling something I can't make out, and closes the door behind him. Before going to my own room, I enter the bathroom. While I'm washing my hands, my eyes catch my reflection from the mirror above the sink. Oh, why a handsome man. I try to look into the grimness Rin saw in me, but it's just the usual me inside the mirror that stares back. What's my Mori? Maori. Okay, I attempt to tell myself this is what I've always looked like, but I realize I don't remember what I looked like half a year ago. Darkness. Darkness. I wake up all sweaty, and I had to run half a marathon in my sleep. Oh, and I don't recall sleeping badly. I sense me a little pang of worry through me. I wouldn't want to have my heart taken up without being able to notice it. Still, apart from this odd exhaustion right after morning, I'm feeling just fine. My mouth is like sandpaper and I have nothing to drink, so I have to go all the way to the bathroom and take my meds. On impulse, I decide to take a shower while I'm at it. So, you speak German in New Zealand? That is fine. Angela, you could speak with him because you speak German, right? But she speaks Swiss German. Right, Angela? I'm sorry, I'm writing you out. While in the shower, I made my mind. That counts as morning exercise, as if improperly compensating for my half-hour walk after school. Obviously, I didn't want to risk possible complications by running now. Besides, Emmy will never know, and I think she's having up to me in any case. Walking in the area anyways, would be like to know in the area. There's a big forest and hills behind the school, or I could go down the convenience store. I'm still dabbing the moisture off my skin. I set off to find my uniform. I quickly button up the shirt, peel off my pants before going outside. Normally, during the time of the year, I'll be eagerly waiting. Summer vacation, having only been in school only a little over a week, I don't really have that kind of feeling. I'm still serving the school life, and considering the sharp, awkward turn in my life has taken, I haven't had the time of being preoccupied with getting free of it. And despite one vacation hits, it's a nice surprise for me. I'm not expecting it, especially with the once of term exam looming ahead. At least I don't have any catching up to do with my studies. My diligence has finally paid off. I push myself past the boys gathering the doorway and flop to my seat. From the corridor of my eye, I see Shizune and Misha pause their unavoidable animated conversation and turn almost simultaneous in my direction. Oh god, no. They obviously want something from me, and I tell myself from the way Shizune smiles, it's too obnoxious, bright, to be sincere, and too calculated to be so spontaneous.
Good morning. That's what it sounds like, right? Good morning.
Her greeting makes me 100% cheer with bursting energy. Morning. I put together those in my response.
You don't look you don't look very energetic.
No wonder. I don't feel very energetic either. I think I didn't sleep well, but I'm not sure. She slaps me in the back and grins.
Cheer up a bit. It's a great day.
I catch Zune's eyes and a strange focused expression on her face, but she furrows her brow a little and directs eye contact and looks away. For a moment I think Shizune eclipsed my worries somehow and is pondering now in response, but she quickly strains her glasses with them in her expression.
Anyways, you're wondering you're still interested in that student council position because we're gonna make an offer for you if you can't decline.
Wait, what? I wasn't really interested in the first place, but you're putting words in my mouth.
Not as much, but wouldn't it be nice to hang out with us every day while we bring useful to your school?
Well, to tell the truth, I wanted to join a club, so actually it's sort of hard for me to join the council too. Even I wanted to, which is I don't, as I said. Is that so?
Is that so, Hee-chan?
You want me to read that, or you want him to read that? Alright, I'll attempt to read it, because I can't read it. Ich muss euch aufweisen. Something, I don't know. I'm terrible at reading German.
Is that so? Which club is that, Hee-chan?
The Hearts Club. She says eyes glint in the sinister way and scowls at me. With that way she looks, it's to be expected of the art club. Let's lose funding before lunch break, or the art teacher of mysterious disappearing from her face of the earth. Alright, I'm gonna end the stream here because people are going to sleep, and I'll see you tomorrow, or later, or whatever. And bye-bye. Let's just say... here. Continue. Main menu. Yes. And quiet. Do, 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 do.